right, man. Apparently that it looked like Devin Haney and Devin Haney and Joseph Diaz like they gonna fight. Let's talk about it. That subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate the love and support. All right. So apparently they gave Joseph Diaz what he was making versus Ryan Garcia, which was reportedly $1.5 million. So I think this is a tweet. It says Devin Haney and Eddie Hearn have now declared that they've offered Joseph Diaz the same money as he was getting for Ryan Garcia to face Haney next. Diaz responded on social media, "I'm gonna fight Devin Haney in December, I promise." So yes, he did. So go to Joseph Diaz if you want to see that quote. I seen the quote. I'm tripping. Here I go. So he said, "I'll give Devin Haney his first L." So I don't even know if they let him cross the street. I don't know if Golden Boy even had intentions on him fighting. I don't even know they had intentions on him fighting Ryan Garcia for real. So, I mean, cool. I'm down for it, man. It's a tough fight for Devin. Probably as tough as his career, at least on paper. I mean, he don't cause any issues that Linares caused. People gonna say, if he win more rounds, that Hank Linares was his favorite fight. So his toughest fight. So, I mean, hopefully we got the fight. I think he should have earned a little bit more, at least like an extra $100,000, because Ryan Garcia wasn't even champions. He wasn't even a champion. And that's my thing about it. Like, dude, you fighting the champion for real. Like, you should get a little bit more than a challenger. Maybe it was inflating his purse. Because they made him duck Devin Haney or made him fight Ryan. But here we go now. Somebody said the bottom color kid said, didn't you say that before? Hopefully it's real. Hopefully, they make it happen. And, obviously there's other language in there, rematch clauses, all that type of stuff. But if you beat Devin Haney, that's going to make the Ryan Garcia fight bigger whenever it happens. That's all that's gonna be, man. So honestly, man, I just hope they get in the ring. That'd be another good fight. If you notice, boxing tend to make its biggest and best fights in the fall. When all the other sports going on, college football still being swing, college basketball starts swinging, National Football League, NBA. So they should have this type of energy in the summer. You know what I'm saying? This energy, especially in America, they should have this energy in the summer, which they never do. You might get a couple good fights in the summer. We're lucky if you get one sometimes, man. And so I mean, but yeah, I mean, hopefully we get this shit done, man. Hopefully we get it done. Hopefully they end up getting this shit done. Like I said before, Ryan Garcia probably didn't plan on ever fighting him. He gonna probably come out and say he need to tune up his wrist. He's the biggest fraud in boxing, bro. Anybody that know anything about boxing know Ryan Garcia ain't real. He don't have a competitive nature. He's a gimmick until he's shown otherwise. Yeah, he got off the canvas versus Luke Campbell. You shouldn't be put on the canvas by Luke Campbell to begin with. So I mean, can Devin do it? Can Joseph Diaz do it? I think he got a chance. It's a tough fight though. Somebody that utilized the ring, somebody in Devin who got really speed. He got to close the gap. And he got to close the gap with a jab. He beat the guy that nobody wanted to fight, according to the fans in Javier Fortuna. So when we talk about the fight, hold on. Talking about the fight, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, honestly, man. Devin is a tough guy. And you look at it, Devin Haney is here we go right here, so you can see it. Devin Haney is 5'8", 71 inch arms. He only 22 or 26 fights. You know what I'm saying? You look at some other people, he got ring experience, and I think people underestimated. I think we underestimated. I can't say people. I think we underestimated people Sandor Martin ring experience. Sandor Martin had like 30 plus, 20 plus more fights than Mikey Garcia, and that accounts for something. Boxing is repetitious. Charlo 31 with 32 fights. He only got 6 more fights. Jamal Charlo than Devin Haney. Look at Jamil Charlo. I'm having dreams. He got 30. He got 36 fights compared to Devin Haney 26. You go to a guy like Errol Spence Jr. He only got 20. He got one more fight than Devin, 27. You go to a guy like Terrence Crawford, who's been around for a minute. He has 37 fights, so he got 9 more fights. 11 more fights than him. That's not a lot because Crawford is 34. Look at a guy like Billy Joe Saunders. So if I'm Devin, if I'm Bill, if I'm Bill and Eddie, he got 31 fights. If I'm Bill and Eddie Hearn, I want to keep that tempo. What I mean like that, I want to keep this kid. If I can't get the fights we want, the Lopez stuff, the Diaz's, I want to keep this dude I want to fight him 4 times a year. I want to fight him 4 times a year, man, and that's what I would want. If I'm them, I want him fighting 4 times a year. If we get the fights, then we can settle with 3 times a year. I can get 5 or 6 times a year. If I'm leasing them to other networks, so be it. But activity is how he gonna beat everybody. Activity is how he gonna beat everybody. That's how he gonna beat everybody. Activity. Look at Joseph Diaz. Joseph Diaz, 34 fights at 28 years old. That's great. So as you want to say about Golden Boy, whoever he been with before Golden Boy, he active. He fought 2 times this year already. You about to fight a 3rd. That's what you want. And that may be the difference in a Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney's fairly active. But that might be the difference, whoever you fight, man. People gotta understand, man. I heard that stat on the hold on. I heard that stat last night in the Sandor Martin fight. That's the difference. That was the difference. They said he had more professional rounds than Mikey Garcia did. That counts for something. Ring experience, boxing is repetitious, man. And that might be the difference if JoJo do fight Devin or Devin do fight Haney or JoJo fight Ryan or they fight Tank. The difference, man, I think Tank got a nice amount of fights too. Keep these motherfuckers active and keep them out there, keep them out of trouble. Yeah, he got 25 fights. Devin got more fights than him, but that's good for 26. Let's keep him moving. Making him pay-per-view, making him a pay-per-view star early, that just make you subjected to him to fight once or twice a year. That's a bad thing about pay-per-view. You don't fight that many times a year. But honestly, man, if you look at his height and his reach, he got to get on the inside. That's the only way he winning. 5'6", 64-inch arms. But at the end of the day, you might have to call him, man. He's a throwback fighter, Joseph Diaz. He fought Tevin when Tank didn't. He fought Gary Russell across the street. Went to Gary Russell's hometown. Fought Javier Fortuna. He only lost one. He had one draw. He had to draw with the cat when he came in overweight for IBF. So, at the end of the day, man, I think he would fight Devin. I think he fight anybody. You tell him to fight Anthony Joshua the money where I think he would fight him. Joseph Diaz will fight any and everybody. He'll fight any and everybody. That's what you want with the boxers. I think we might get a fight of the year candidate. What would be the key for him? Jab. Had Joel Diaz jabbed on versus Nervetes, he would have won. Just a nice little popping jab. Flicking jab, power jab. Had he used the jab, he would have won. You know. Oh, Joseph Diaz, you got to remember the jab when you fighting Devin Haney. You don't jab, he gonna eat you up. You don't feint, he gonna eat you up. You don't come in at different angles, he gonna eat you up. You talking about Devin? Just keep doing what you're doing. You know, don't worry about the critics. If you can step it up with your value, you can step it up. You ain't even got your grown man strength up. Keep that jab popping. Keep that jab popping. You know, and just walking. Man, he got to pay to get in. He get in. You know, he got to pay. You know, that's it. You know, if he get in, you got to hold him. But if he get in, he got to earn it. Not with you moving your feet. If he get in, he got to pay with punches. And the punch for him in this fight is going to be the uppercut. That's going to be the punch for him fighting Joseph Diaz. You know, uppercut. When you throw that jab 1-2, you know, uppercut. It's gonna be a good fight. I definitely tune in. I definitely might pay for the zone. I fuck with Devin, and I fuck with Joseph Diaz most importantly too. And I like both fighters. You know, sometimes you get one fighter where you don't really like and one fighter you like. I like both of these fighters, and Joseph Diaz is I've been watching him over the years, man, from Facebook watch to when they other fights he didn't have, man, on his come up, good fighter. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to donate to the channel. Hit the bell icon, all notifications. If you'd like to get all my video notifications or increase your chances. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook group. If you want to advertise your business on the channel, video requests, chop it up, or whatever you got. I do take video requests still. Other than that, I want to make a financial donation. Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. All that information is in the description. Appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time.